Hello everybody, welcome to our second video. This is Junjun, co-founder of LovInVR, the world's first ever VR dating app. My husband Arnaud and partner and I are making those weekly videos to document how we create and grow our startup company. Since previous week, Arnaud has completed the search function. Let's have a look.
I am in the hotel reception. I can see around me. I look at my screen, so it's my head controlling the mouse cursor on the screen. I click on search. It tells me I'm currently showing 81 bungalows. You can see the bungalows there. In each bungalow there is a user ready to have a date with me. Or I can filter by orientation, age, location, keywords, connections, and online status. Age, I can use both those plus or minus button. So as you can see, as I type, it updates the results. So it was 81, I think before, now it's only 80. Location. So let me say I select only China. Again, all the clicks that will all be in VR. I confirm, showing 28 bungalows. Location is put. Keywords, I can put whatever needs. For instance, I add the keyword. Okay, no one has the keyword meet in their profile, strangely enough. It means no one is matching the type of person that I like. Anyway, connections. So I can view only people in my favorite, for instance. Wow, 3 people in my favorite, that's great. Or people in my favorites and that viewed my profile. 1 person, I wonder who that is. Confirm. You see we're down to 1 bungalow now, only 1 person. Great. Let me see who that is. Surprise, surprise, my wife. That's great. So yeah, there I can check your profile. You're not in VR, you're right there filming me, but I can still ring the bell and you will be notified to join me in VR for a date. I've done that as well, so if I ring the bell right now, an email is sent to you, and you're told there is that weird guy in VR trying to have a date with you. So let me do that. You've been notified, and I will be notified if you come to VR and have a date with me. So that's it.
After these updates, every week we discuss an important topic that currently affects us, and this week's topic is money! 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 Sorry. It's actually how LovInVR should be financed. This is a super important topic, and Arnaud and I have a little bit disagreement. We would love to expose you to our debate. With HouseTrip, our previous startup, we're 100% financed by investors. As you can see from this graph, we took more than $500,000 from business angels for the first year, and then almost $70 million investment from VCs. With this size of fund injection, we're able to grow the business from zero to almost $500,000 in revenue a day within just 3 years. With our new startup company, LovInVR, we're currently self-financed, paying everything out of our own pocket. I want to get some investors on board, while Arnaud disagree. Why he's so stupid? Let's find out. So, why are you stupid?
What do you mean, stupid to marry you?
Okay, kidding aside. Why don't you want to have investors?
Well, the main reason is because I want to keep ownership of the business for us.
What's the issue? Let's say giving up 1% of the company but still keep full control.
Well, even if we give like 0.1% of the company, we will still that will still be a big distraction. At the very least, we will need to update the investor about what we're doing, and that takes time. The very worst, they can turn militant, they can start to argue for changes that they want to see in the business and that we don't agree with, and then it starts into a big fight and it becomes a massive, massive distraction. Our focus right now should be on building our product, on satisfying our users.
True, I remember that with HouseTrip, relationship with investors is always very time consuming.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Also, I guess it's against my moral code to get an investor at this stage of the business.
How?
Well, if we're honest, the only costs that we have right now are our time and our lifestyle, right?
I mean, I'm not asking for a very high salary or even to be paid at all. It's just that there are a lot of costs that we need to cover by ourselves right now.
Sure, but if we're honest, we can cover all of that ourselves, right? And also, there is the fact that even though we deeply believe it's going to work, LovInVR remains a very risky proposition. We're a VR startup before launch, so it's as risky as it gets.
What's your point?
Well, the point is that it doesn't feel right to get an investor at that early a stage when we can finance things ourselves. It's doesn't feel right to get someone to finance our lifestyle while we do a research and development operation.
Okay, please don't use the word lifestyle because we're not living a very luxury life. And with HouseTrip, that's what we've done, get investors to cover product development. And we know a lot of other startups do the same thing.
Yeah, but at HouseTrip we were in a very different situation. We had absolutely no money ourselves, and we had no technical knowledge, so we had no other choice than getting investors in order to hire engineers to build the product for us. This time is very different.
Okay, that brings me to another good argument for getting investors.
Go ahead.
Okay, I understand that right now our cost is not that high because we do everything by ourselves. But we're very slow, 1 year into this project and we haven't even launched any product. By getting investors, then we can afford to hire a second or third engineer who can work side by side with you, then things could go faster. And there's a such thing called first mover advantage. I don't want another startup launch something before us.
I don't believe in first mover advantage. I believe in best mover advantage.
Whatever, you suck a lot.
Any other argument?
I mean, we still have cost, right? It's been a long time that we don't have salaries, and then we still need to pay for many things like computers and VR equipment, server costs, domain names. And we don't know when our company will start making money, and it's super stressful. I just wonder why don't we just get investors and then they can share risk with us.
I know it is very stressful, but I guess we agree that there is a dream scenario here, which is to end up 100% owners of a successful startup ourselves. No knowing investor, no one else with a competing agenda, just us owning the company, calling the shots. Shouldn't we at least try that?
Well, I would rather have investors to ease a bit the stress now. This dream scenario is good to have, but not that essential. Also, last but not the least, having investor on board is kind of measure of success. You look at any articles on any successful startup, the metrics to measure their success is always on how much money they've raised, on what valuation. Sometimes I really feel that it's kind of ego things for Arnaud. He could tell the world that, hey guys, look at me, I did everything by myself. That's great, right?
Yeah, that I disagree 100%. Raising a lot of money is not a measure of success. Success as a company means having a lot of satisfied users who love using your product. If we take an example, and there is a company that got 1 million users with 100 million in financing, that means that you had to spend $100 per user to get them to use your product. That's not a sign of a very healthy product if you had to spend that much money for people to use your product. If you get 1 million users with zero in financing, now that's a sign that people on their own love your product. You don't have to spend money on them to get them to use your product. So let's be clear on what success actually is.
Anyway, we still haven't really reached any conclusion yet. The plan is to push our product in beginning 2017, and let's see how it happens after. Hopefully the success will be immediate, and then the debate will be over by itself. Are you an entrepreneur by yourself? Are you self-financed or have investor, or kind of mix? Please leave comments, I would love to know, or participate in our LovInVR subreddit below. So here's the end of our second video. I really hope you like it. If you do, please do give us a thumb up and subscribe to our channel. Next week, our topic will be product planning. Developing products always takes much longer than you initially planned. I'm sure I will have another very interesting discussion with Arnaud. Let's see. So see you next week. Bye bye.